Wait a minute. You mentioned the principles of lean. What are those? We've already talked about the first principle, creating value for the customer. That means we have to use our resources as efficiently as possible. Well, where did lean come from? It's based on the Toyota production system. It sort of evolved out of that. Well, hold on a second. Toyota's a great big old company. What do they need with lean? Just because a company is large doesn't mean it doesn't need lean. Toyota may be one of the largest manufacturers in the world today, but it didn't start that way.
After World War II, Toyota faced very low demand for vehicles and extremely scarce resources. They had to be efficient just to survive. From this came the Toyota production system.
In their book, Thinking Lean, James Womack and Daniel Jones identified 5 key principles of lean.
The first principle is to define value.
Hey, value is what the customer's willing to pay for. That is exactly right. In the end, it's the customer who determines what value is. We can even charge them more than something is worth, and they might pay it. But that can't last. Eventually, the customer's going to go somewhere else. Yes, we do have to make money, but if we gouge our customers to do it, they're not going to be satisfied. But we can add value for our customers by reducing waste in our processes. Hey, I remember that. Watch out for Tim Woods. He's everywhere. That is true. We even have a video about him. I'll put a link in the description below. Once we focus on adding value by reducing waste, we have to know where that waste is in our process.
That brings us to the second principle, mapping the value stream.
Hold on a second there. What's this value stream? In lean, a value stream is simply all of the activities from start to finish that are required to produce value for the customer.
This starts with the initial order, goes through the work to produce the part, all the way to the customer receiving the part and payment being made.
Oh man, that covers a lot of ground. Would it not be overwhelming? It can be. But even though we need to study the entire value stream from start to finish, we can also break it into smaller segments so that it's easier for us to work on.
For example, a subassembly line could be mapped from the first step to the end. In this case, the customer would be the final assembly line.
Looking at how materials and information flow through a process gives you invaluable insights into what is going on in that process. I bet. You can really see where that Tim Woods has been hiding.
That is the whole point of a value stream.
Okay, so what's number 3?
That would be creating flow.
Our goal is for the product to move or flow as smoothly as possible all the way to the customer. As we reduce or even eliminate waste in our processes, the remaining value-added activities need to be close together with as little inventory between them as possible. To do this, we have to move from batch and queue processing towards one-piece flow. From what to what? Batch and queue processing is building up several parts in inventory and letting them sit there until the next process uses them. You mean like when the stamping die takes a real long time to set up, so we make a big run of parts to save time?
Exactly. That can lead to overproduction and excessive inventory. The tricky part is balancing the efficiency of setting up the stamping line and managing the levels of inventory.
So that would make one-piece flow where you don't have any inventory between each workstation. You got it. That would be the ideal situation. But in the real world, ideal can be a long way from practical. Spoken like a true lean practitioner. So what's next?
Number 4 is establishing pull.
I'm listening. We often try to push materials and information through our processes. What do you mean by push? Think about your stamping die example. Those parts are made and then pushed forward to the painting department, whether they're ready for them or not.
But if the painting process breaks down, what is to keep stamping from pushing more parts down the line?
Parts will pile up. There's your inventory problem, and even overproduction. That is right. It's like trying to push a rope. The rope bunches up and doesn't work right. Well, that's crazy. You can't push a rope. Hey, but you can pull a rope. We can set up our process so that stamping can only replace the parts that painting has used. I get it. It may not be exactly one-piece flow, but it does control inventory. So what comes now?
Number 5 is more of a mindset. Seek perfection.
Nothing is perfect. The principle is not be perfect. The principle is seek perfection. The idea is continuous improvement. You see, lean is not a one-time solution or event. I get it. We have to keep working at it every day. And everyone. It takes a team effort to pull this off. The ultimate goal of lean is not just cutting costs. It's reducing the timeline from customer order to cash collection by reducing or eliminating non-value-added wastes, thereby delivering a better product to the customer faster.
Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting, please click the like button. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. It really helps out the channel.